Gotta do a video, Ozzy. Come on.
What's up, everybody? This is N.E.R.D, Never Ending with Discussions. I'm doing a quick runoff video because IGN just announced their first look with the Valve Steam Deck, which is essentially their own Nintendo Switch. Obviously, all of this information is brand new, so I'm just kind of having my iPad right here with all the information. I'm trying to base this off a quick review on some stuff. But I want to do a quick video about this because I have a lot of thoughts. And as you know, I am the Nintendo Switch fan. I am the resident Nintendo lover of N.E.R.D. So I wanted to be able to give my initial thoughts because this guy, ooh boy, is looking awesome. So essentially, if you haven't seen the unit yet, and I'm sorry, I'm still brand new to video editing, so I'm not really good with the whole photos and putting everything up there yet. This unit is essentially looks like a Nintendo Switch. It's kind of like a light. I believe it's a little bit smaller than the regular Nintendo Switch and the OLED model, a little bit bigger than the Lite itself. Kind of reminds me of a Neo Geo, if you guys remember what that looks like. It has 2 control sticks, 4 face buttons, D-pad, looks like 2 trackpads, I'm assuming 4 2 bumpers, 2 triggers in the back of the unit, and then your standard options and things like that, as well as my assumption is a touch screen, maybe. I haven't been able to check out that information. Don't quote me on the touch screen though. But this unit seems to be really cool. So it seems it's going to have a much better screen resolution than what you're going to get on like a Nintendo Switch. Battery life, I don't see anything crazy, or at least anything that points it out yet, what we're looking at here. But essentially, it's a handheld Steam Deck unit that you can connect to your TV, and you can play all of your Steam games on your TV. And here's the kicker, is that it's not just dedicated to Steam. You could download external apps to it, which to me makes me feel like you can probably get Epic Games on there. You probably could download Game Pass for PC, in my assumption, and Netflix and all that kind of jazz. So this unit could essentially be a PC and just run it like a Nintendo Switch and carry it with you wherever you go. And that is amazing in my eyes. So let's get pricing out of the way. It seems like there's 3 different versions. This thing, by the way, is announced for a 2021 release, holiday 2021, but there's no actual official date yet, so this is all kind of up in the air. But there's 3 models, basically a 64 gigabit SSD version, 256 gigabit version, and then a 512 gigabit version, ranging from $400 to $529 to $650, well, $649, respectively. And then you can use a micro SD to put in there with it. So all of this seems to be, I think it's pretty reasonable for what you're getting. So everything looks pretty good. So a 7-inch screen, it looks like it's what we're getting here. And yeah, just right here, it's a PC. You can install almost anything you want. And it uses a USB-C. So basically, this sounds like the Nintendo Switch Pro that we all wanted, except it's not a Nintendo product. So you're not going to be getting your Nintendo games. But so this seems like a really cool announcement. So this is why I really want to talk about it. It's just right off the bat, I'm looking at this thing going, I'm going to see a lot of people come up and say, this is the Switch killer. And I got news for you guys. I don't think it's going to be a Switch killer. I think this could potentially be a console killer. And hear me out here. If you have a unit that you could put in Steam, you can put in Epic Games, you can even download Game Pass on it, and this thing is ranging, let's get the prices up again so I don't misquote it, $400 just as a starting price, which is, let's see if I can recall correctly, same price as the PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series X. That, to me, right there says this is a killer unit that if you are willing to spend that extra money, also I forgot the dock to set up for your TV is sold separately, so there's that. And you do probably most likely going to have to spend a little bit more money on the micro SDs, which micro SD cards are really not that expensive. I just bought one for this camera actually, and I was able to get a 250 gigabit one for I think like $40 to $50, so they're really not that bad, and they'll only get cheaper from there, and I'm sure you can get bigger ones as well. So that keep in mind, if, as we all know, like Xbox is putting so many games on PC. Pretty much every single one is going on PC, and Game Pass is already available on PC. Not to mention you have Epic Games Deal, and we know Steam has so many sales. With the exception of Nintendo, I'm looking at Sony, who's already talking about putting, and already is doing, putting a lot of their games on PC. Not to mention, they did just purchase a company that I know specializes in porting games to PC. So I'm looking at this saying, oh, this could be it. Now, I'm probably not going to buy this day one. Because I own a PlayStation and an Xbox, and I'm very into those ecosystems as well as a Nintendo Switch. Not to mention, I'm eyeing the OLED. I said it's not worth buying, but I'm looking at this going, after this gets a little set in stone, if Sony really does push that the PC market and puts all their things on PC, I could see this being a very, very ideal alternative for the majority of gamers out there. So I personally see myself just looking at this product, if this thing really is as good as it says it is, and Brian and I will probably talk about it maybe in the next episode. When we were able to get a little bit more information on it, we'll expand on it. I could really see this thing potentially being not a Switch killer, but I would say more of a console killer. And I could see somebody like me, if Sony pushes all their games in PC, I would have this thing, and then I would also have my Nintendo Switch for all my Switch games, because I ain't giving up Zelda or Metroid. So I think this is a really cool product. This is obviously just brand new, but I really want to get my thoughts out on this, because I know so many people are going to start saying Switch killer. And I really want to say, I don't think so. I think the Switch is in a unit of its own, especially different price range. Nintendo obviously is going for a different market. I could see this living side and side. I can see this being more of a problem for the PlayStation and Xbox platforms. But let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment below. Once again, if you like our podcast or anything, follow us on Spotify. You can download our podcast on Apple Podcasts as well. We are N.E.R.D Gaming. We also have N.E.R.D Film and TV. Next week, Kayla and I are going to be talking about the Loki season finale, so really looking forward to that. Other than that, let me know your thoughts on this thing. Is this thing worth it? Do you guys think that this could really be a potential problem for PlayStation and or Xbox? Other than that, thanks for watching. Have a good day.